What is this? A daytime stream of Battle Brothers? Too good to you guys. This is so wonderful being around Christmas and New Year's, not having to work. Alex Nesterov, what's up? Alex, you've already suggested a name, didn't you? I should check if it's on the list. What's the name you wanted? Let me just check the list. What's up, Ono? So the list so far is Zalaro Fullman, Simon, Vitalis, Dingus Maximus, Marcus Augustus, Lofric, Duckus Blinkus, Malicus Maximus, Inconsequentio, Fridericus, and Farticus. Battle Reston. God, 48 days have flown by and it feels like we've accomplished so little. Like, of our fighters, we've got one decent frontline fighter, who is Gnaeus Pompeius, with his 75 melee skill. And our sergeant is pretty promising, and our bannerman is good. All the rest, our archers are all terrible. The rest of the front line are all pretty terrible. Alexander the Great. Manticus, thank you for the host. Alexander the Great. Well, we just got to keep on grinding. Got to keep on doing missions for this house. I hope we can improve relations with them, where we can start getting some money. That's going to be hard though. Really, the only places I can work for is not even Settlefest. I mean, this is very uncommon. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cities are all walled, so I'd only be able to do work for them once we have the ambition fulfilled. For the moment, we'd have to keep doing the Dunkeltel, Goldbrew, Gerstel, Buchsberg, and Gerheim Hagemoos loop. But it sucks because they're so far apart from each other. On the plus side, hopefully we should get an ambition to proc right now, and it should be name someone as a sergeant, which we can do, and then immediately it should be start working for the noble houses, which we can do. You need, I think it's 1060 resolve to get professional. That's right, going to the cinema. What you going to go watch? Let us name a sergeant to rally you on the battlefield. That should proc pretty much instantly. We already have a sergeant named on the battlefield. Foul creatures stalking the town. Pay us more. I accept. So there's a pretty... Let's go for the standard loadout for what's terrorizing. So as always, prepare for dire wolves. Be ready for Nachtseers. Let's check if there aren't any straight swords on the front line. He's got the lowest melee skill. 59 is actually the lowest. Oh, we're getting there. We are getting there. Star Wars. I've heard Star Wars is good. I've got to watch it at some point. I've got to say, as I've gotten older, less bothered about Star Wars. I still love them. I love that movie, don't get me wrong, but like the less invested I get in that type of thing, it just makes my life better. Like, caring about when it's not perfect and I just don't think people do themselves any favors by taking it so frickin' seriously. Dire wolves. 10 of them. It's going to be hard. Well, we've got our swords out. And we don't need to carry spears. That'll shave off an extra bit of fatigue on everybody. Okay, man, let's hope they're not frenzied. I imagine some of them would be. We've already fought a group of 10 dire wolves, and half of them were frenzied. One of our lads starting in height advantage. That's a nice bonus, very rare bonus. For me, the most egregious example of that is like people I know who seem to refuse to watch Game of Thrones on principle because I read the book and it's so much better. I'm like, well, if you haven't watched the TV show, how do you know the book is superior? Oh no, I don't have to watch the TV show to know that the book is better. Like, well, and fine. I mean, even if the book is better, which I'm sure it probably is. I mean, actually, I don't have to be sure. I have read the books, and in my opinion, the books are better in most respects. Not all of them. In most respects, I think the book is better. But that doesn't preclude me from enjoying the TV show. And even if I love the books, which I did, and think that they're incredible, which I did, you know, it's not like a corruption of your enjoyment of the books by enjoying the TV show. People just being snobbish about books in general annoys me. So, Fredo, I swapped out the axe for the pike because direwolves are very hard to hit. And the pike gives me an extra 10% chance to hit. Exactly, Anna, that's completely right. And I mean, I also don't get the argument that, like, somehow enjoying the TV show is a corruption of what was intended by the author. The author was intricately involved in making the TV show, so he even wrote some of the episodes directly in the first few seasons. So the idea of somehow, like, I get it maybe more if you're making that argument about Lord of the Rings, because obviously Tolkien would have resisted it being made into a movie at all. Oh, unlucky. Yes! Gave us Dias. Good shot. Nice. When you're fighting wolves, it's obviously the most important thing is to have swords and shields so that on the first round, even 2 rounds, you can keep shields up and go into riposte. And then when you have wolves that are wounded, you should be focusing the ones that are down that are wounded, because killing a dire wolf does tend to wreck the morale of the wolves around them. They don't have great morale. Yes, see how they flee. This lad's fleeing, so there's no point actually in attacking that one. God damn it. Well, the Lord of the Rings films, I think the first two were pretty good. I mean, I didn't like all aspects of it, but I think the Hobbit films were fucking terrible. I really didn't like them. They were just so ridiculous. There was no... I thought what made the first three Lord of the Rings films really good was the feeling of dread and threat, and like, it's really dark and, you know, gruesome world. But in the Hobbit movies, it was just like, it was cartoony and ridiculous. The worst example of that, I thought, was the dwarves escaping in that river, and they're like hiding in barrels and stuff. It was just so slapstick and fucking stupid. Really didn't like that. Servius is in trouble, but okay, well, this one's panicking, so it's only this one who's going to attack him, so he should be fine. Yeah, it could get more interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't bother with the Hobbit. It's not good. Damn, I was hoping that would affect his morale. Nice. Oh, I was really hoping they would break his morale. This here is still a concern, especially because Regulus doesn't have enough fatigue to be able to put his shield up. So this is max fatigue 6. If I put it into my inventory, I'll get 3 extra fatigue out of this, which takes me now to 63. I need how much? 20. So that wouldn't help. If I drop it on the ground, does that give me enough to put my shield up? It does. That was a little tip that I learned from one of my viewers in the last game. Lol, Cinny. See, I played a bit of Northgard. I played like 7 hours of it. That's kind of cool, but I didn't fancy playing against you guys now who know what you're doing, and I'm just going to get shit stomped. But I'm keen to play some more CSGO, though. I was surprised how much I enjoyed CSGO the last time we played Flex on stream. I think it's because I've managed to let go of worrying about how badly I'm playing and just trying to enjoy it. Get wrecked. Also, Cindy, I want you to play Paragon with me at some point. I'd be... What's up, Dwarf and Blues? Cindy, I'd be interested to get your take on Paragon. Even if just for the visuals. Being that it is so pretty. And by the way, Dwarf and Blues, thanks very much for submitting that that idea for the sub icon. But I believe I can only get a sub icon once I'm actually partnered. So that's going to be a little while yet. I can still do a couple of emotes maybe, which I'm going to try get sorted. But I'm so busy. Most likely I'll end up doing that when I relaunch my channel once I've moved to South Africa. And that's the thing, I agree. Like, I mean, I love Martin Freeman, but you're right, he's just playing the same character over and over. Well fought, men. We took some damage. It was pretty hardcore, but at least no one died, no one got injured. And to do that against 10 direwolves is no small thing. Particularly considering one of our lads is only like a level 2. There we go. Hang on, Janold. That needs to be renamed. Let's take a viewer name. Zolaro Fullman. And again, he doesn't have star distributions anywhere where I'd like them, so he'll just be a specialist. On the plus side, he does have loads of fatigue, but with his crap melee skill, he's not really going to be hitting anything. Let's take Steelbrow. Sheep +1. Again, you're kidding me. +1. This is the worst. That's, if only he had range defense stars, he would have been a really good sergeant or banner boy. Just keep piling on the fatigue, I suppose. Mazuma Tertius, the archer. 56 at level 4. God, that's so bad. Our archers are so terrible. Still, terrible archers are better than no archers. How do I actually want to run this? I think I want to go flail. Yep, like that. 60... 65, you can use the other flail. And then just swords on the rest is good. I suppose we shouldn't discount the fact, you know, from an economic perspective, the fact that we've got paid 690 crowns, which is very nice, but we got large wolf pelts, 33 times 9. I mean, not an inconsiderable amount of cash, especially because I can buy these furs straight away, which will give us more profit. If I want tools, we're going to have to head south. Yeah, let's head south. 294 is unacceptable. I'm not going to pay that. Besides, we can actually start hitting these villages now, because as we've just got this ambition done, next up we can take the work for the noble houses ambition. 76 resolve, 80 resolve. Alright, we're getting there. Sealant Archer has always been a bit tight with how much he eats. I can either leave him be, or I can tell him to eat, which can remove Spartan and then give him a resolve boost, but it can also make him upset. I'm going to tell him to eat up. Sweet. A few bites, he dives into the bowl, gorging himself. That's how good food can be. That is overcooked. Silent, no longer Spartan. I mean, fine. It impacts the amount of provisions, but whatever. 236 is probably as cheap as we are going to be able to get tools anywhere around here. Nesterov, what are you doing? You're trying to get us all killed, aren't you? Don't listen to chat. Chat's the worst. What you got for us? I think this is clear out bandits, drive off brigands. Which I will happily do. It's only a 1 skull, so it shouldn't be too bad. There is still a chance that we could be fighting raiders and marksmen. Just have to hope not. Oh, are you kidding me? Go away. I don't want to fight you guys. I've got a mission to do, and that's getting dark. Oh, for fuck's sake. After the weasel to return stolen goods. That happens. I mean, what was the first mission you had? Oh yeah, well, surely you could just try to run away. I mean, I suppose the one that has the necromancer just possesses one of them, and then they run so fast you can't get away. The one that's possessed at least can close in on you before you can get away. Looks like we're gonna have to fight these bastards. I really don't want to do that. It'll be like 2 or 3 marksmen and then 6 or 7 raiders. But I can't see myself getting away from them. I just got to fight them. Okay, 3 marksmen, and they've only got little short bows. Which still hurt, but we should be able to deal with that. This is a bit lucky. All 3 of them only have short bows. Authority Thief could pay. We've just gotten into a fight and something will go horribly wrong. I have no doubt. You may as well get your shield out. I mean, you've got no one to attack with your 2-handed weapons, so you may as well just get the extra range defense. Also, I'm thinking of putting Lucius up on the high ground. He's only got the round shield, so he would benefit from the height advantage. This is unfortunately going to be a pretty long and protracted archery battle, but we'll focus on these 3 because there's no shields there. And then we can advance once these are dead. It's interesting how they keep moving around. Fuck you. Okay, bold. Interesting. I hope that means they're going to come at us. Perfect. Hold your fire, Olivus. Maybe a better shot will present itself. Shot, Wedekind. I don't actually like this because Pompeius, his main weapon is his warbrand, but going for the warbrand would be a mistake. Because then I'll be out in the open, unprotected by 1, 2, 3 people. Unless I run Zolara around. This guy's wounded enough. I think just a couple of dagger stabs should do for him. If I can hit them, but I can't. Awesome. I love that they're running at us. Also, it leaves their archers out in the open. Nice surprise, that. Our archers are comically bad. See, Varenas, I can't really move him. That's going to leave these two exposed. He's 30%. He has the best chance we're going to get to hit something. I just can't have these marksmen because they're all taking aimed shots at my archers like that, and they're really hurting our archers. But I should be able to kill these lads. Ouch, pretty quick. That's super, super bad. If this guy gets to attack before Germanicus, he could easily kill him. You see, my archers don't have anticipation, so they're really bad against these ranged weapons. Rup. Is that killed or struck down? Struck down. Let's hope for brain damage. Especially for a bannerman, that could be really great if that's a strike down. These are always going to be so hard because our archers are so bad. Olivius Oilus. If he takes another shot, he's going to die, but whatever. He's so crap anyway. I hate to say it, but if he dies, it's no loss whatsoever. He's a terrible archer. And it just shows you how sad things are for us. That's the best we can do right now. Like, I want to go here and attack, but not on this turn. See, I would move in here because they've got their weapons up, but then that would put Scavus Dias surrounded by 3 people, so that's no good. Also, I can't move forward, otherwise it'll expose my archers. But it probably is. Yeah, now's the time to rush at the archers. Indeed, Hilo. That's I've really been enjoying these last few days. No need to work. I get to stream during the day. What a pleasure. Can you fuck off, mate? He's good with that axe. He hasn't missed one. Yeah, dead. Thank you, hello. One more hit and Olivius Oilus is dead. I don't want to release the dog. The dog is just for chasing down archers. Olivius, as bad as he is, I can't have him die. I just don't want to have to replace him. As bad as he is, I don't want to have to replace him. Have you guys all gone yet? You haven't acted yet. Okay, in that case then we can move forward. I'm going to have to move forward now because I can't leave my archers out in the open. Well, actually I can. This one will run. So yeah, I can leave this archer out in the open. Shot Mazuma. Finally doing something. Good hit. Pierced chest, unfortunately. What I really want is pierced hand. Damn it. Nice. Thank God this guy finally missed. He's hit 2 out of 3 of his axe swings. Ow. Oh, yes. Second shield breaker axe. With these kite shields, it's actually hardly worth trying to go through them. They're so tough. It takes 2 swings from one of these axes. I'd rather just go around it. Nice, Sealand. 59. I hate to say it, a 59 skill ranged archer is our best archer at this point. Just shows you how much we've struggled to get ranged fighters. It's especially bad because our only half decent ranged fighter was Octavian. And he got killed. Still, at this point, we are very much in the phase of trying to get money together so that we can hire hunters. And then our archers will come online. Good hit. These lads are just delaying the inevitable. I mean, they're going to die eventually. I think this lad we should dagger down. Awesome, he's breaking. Get ready to surround him. My archers can't contribute much here, but all they can do is help box the guy in once we want to dagger him. Nice, fleeing. He's fully fleeing now. Should I try to dagger this lad as well? Nah, his armor's already pretty much buggered. Varinus, get him. Is this guy gonna get away? No, good, we surrounded him. We've got him. Nice, Janice. Livius, no dagger. Come on, shouldn't be necessary. One more. Down he goes. And Varinus got, oh no, Lucius Germanicus got partly collapsed lung. Unfortunately, we have to retire him for that. That's unfortunate. It just so happens we have a replacement sergeant ready to go. Damn. Oh, he was so good as well. Oh well. So that means Pontius Axial is going to take over as bannerman. That's doubly disappointing because that's not a fight I even wanted to take. And what sucks for my bannerman is that, like, he needs to take all of these. I mean, if he had got to level 6, he would have taken anticipation. I feel like maybe the leveling order is going to be student, fast adaptation, anticipation, bow mastery. I think I can compromise on bullseye until later in the leveling order because the extra percentages is less useful when your guys are this accurate to begin with. Because it's a percentage of an already low number, so you don't get much benefit from it. Okay, Pontius Axial. I think just for the moment, until you level up a little bit and your resolve becomes better, Nanus Maceless will become he'll use the banner because he's got quite nice resolve, comparatively nice resolve. That's right, we lost Octavius and Agrippa. They were our two archers that were remotely good. 400, Jesus. I can't afford that. I'm just going to have to fire him, unfortunately. It's going to hurt morale, but I'm sorry, Lucius. running a business here, and I can't afford to pay for your retirement. Maybe a bit harsh, I know, but hey. I'm running a fucking business, not a charity here. 62 fatigue, 62 fatigue. Fatigue's not great on my sergeants. I could have actually have done with my wooden sticks. I needed the wooden sticks in the last fight. What's also doubly annoying is I didn't want to fight those guys, and now I have to head back to town, get healed up, and it's going to delay doing this mission. Bloody raiders. Yeah. It's a pity because normally having that Fangshire helmet really makes a nice big difference. Being able to have full accuracy at night. Ooh, who can actually use that with their fatigue? You certainly can. Yeah, I mean, this is 10 extra armor for 1 extra fatigue. Sergeant Maceless. Range defense of 20 is pretty damn good, actually. And let's keep cranking up his resolve. And he's got anticipation, and now he can take rotation. I think that's probably what ended up getting our other guy his chest wounded. Because on Maceless, I took anticipation and then rotation. Whereas him was the other way around, which turned out to be wrong, I reckon. Okay, we need a temple. Where's the nearest temple? What's up, Mike? Well, technically I'm working, but there's nothing happening, so... I'll just get to be able to play games during the day. What an absolute luxury. Oh god, this sucks. There's no fucking temple in the north here. Okay, so... Fletcher. Nothing. Armorer. Nothing. Nothing. Fletcher. Tavern. Armorer, training all, weaponsmith. Kennel. Nothing. There's not a single tavern up here. Temple up here. Nearest temple is Visa, and I don't think it's worth trekking all the way over there. This is no good. Pierced arm muscles. What I can do, I suppose, is I can chuck Biggest Dickus in there and give him this two-handed axe. And then Olivius Oilus can just heal up. He's god-awful anyway. Ugh. God. Let's head south and go sell these furs. Let's settle fist. Catch the eye of the noble houses. Yeah, working from home. I've got the laptop open on my desk here. And then I can just keep an eye on the emails coming in. Yep, nothing. Sweet. Nobles will now give you contract. We've gained more resolve. Icon has been upgraded. What kind of sucks is the only noble missions we could do now would be patrolling the realm and escorting noblemen around. If they ask us to fight greenskins, that's not going to be something we can do. That'll be beyond our capabilities at the moment. Let's see, I don't need all these helmets, that's for sure. That's junk, that's junk. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They sure can. They sure can. In my experience, though, when I'm doing patrols, I want to make sure that my team isn't that weak and that I have loads of supplies, because sometimes you end up trekking around the whole world for quite a while trying to find something. Cuckchild. I like his name. Volker Cuckchild. I actually don't mind bastards at all. They have nice melee skill. But as I said, we're just going to save up money and keep hiring hunters whenever possible. Cheers, lads. Have a drink. Just head back and see what the hit points and armor values look like on our brothers. This is going to be a tough fight. It's only a 1 skull, but I mean 51 days in, it's most likely to be the same sort of fight as we just had. Marksman plus raiders. I mean, don't get me wrong, Hillhome. I'm gonna go preferably work for those noble houses, and if I feel I can do the mission, I'll absolutely do it because it's so worth it. The pay is way better than these little villages actually give you work. Okay, Zalaro is going to have less fatigue per turn, but he's got loads of fatigue, so he'll be fine. I saw that, Mike. I actually replied as well. I liked how you did like double walls, and I imagine that your executors could actually hit just the edge of the secondary front wall, which is really clever because you're sacrificing the ability to shoot at them earlier. Well, not really, because you're still shooting at the same range of your tower. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm probably going to do something quite similar in my little playthrough now. So we don't know what's in there. Unknown garrison. We've got both our flails. I could always go with more flails. Except on Servius. He doesn't have the fatigue for it. Now he's only going to recover 12 fatigue per turn, but I think that's fine. He's got loads of fatigue. Look, even with the kite shield, he's got plenty. As only a level 3, I worry about his range defense. He'll switch to his long axe once the lines have actually joined. Nanus Maceless, he's got anticipation. Biggest Dickus, he's going to struggle. Just with Wiedekind, also no anticipation. Sealand, no anticipation. Mazuma, no anticipation. Which reminds me, Wiedekind, this needs to be named after a viewer. The Thanatos sniper, that's what makes sense, because I imagine you set the snipers to focus the high levels, and then the Thanatos just do AoE damage. Okay, so this is supposed to be not Wiedekind, this is supposed to be Samon. Okay, I expect another tough fight here. Yes, oh no, absolutely. Oh, what the hell? A 1 skull and there's a bandit leader? But there's no archers and we have height advantage. Ooh, this could be an incredible gift. Oh baby, what an absolute gift. Archers, just keep focusing this nerd. Oh, look at that armor and that cleaver! Oh, I was just about to say, I pity my archers are awful. And then Sealand puts an arrow right between that guy's eyes. Good shot. I just really hope that this guy is going to go to a thrown weapon and spend a few turns throwing toothpicks at us hopelessly and uselessly. That also means... okay, I could have actually gotten away with just using round shields because the kite shields aren't giving us any extra melee defense for the extra weight. So that's a little inefficient. But we've got shield breaking options. This should go reasonably well. And I'll be able to get a couple of flail users against that nerd and that nerd. Let's just slow the harpies down. Don't the harpies just jump straight over the walls? But I suppose at least the fact that if the harpies, I'm imagining they jump over the first wall, then they're exposed in that gap between the first and second walls, and that gives you your snipers time to pick them off. For me, when I'm holding off those huge waves, I don't feel like the harpies are the problem. I mean, they are a problem. The problem is the spitters, who you just can't get any shots on because they can sit from so far back. And then while your towers are trying to grind through all the fatties, the harpies are just doing work. The spitters are just doing work. You bastard. Perfect. Oh, that's not smart. Not wearing a helmet. Going against the height advantage. Well slain, Janus, excuse me, his name was. I think Janus it was. Nice shields, nerds. Let's see if they last. I don't know, the mic. Shall see. Oh, really? Oh no, Maceless. Actually, I should have whipped out my shield. Whoopsie, that was a mistake. I don't know what the Manhunter's gonna do. Whether he's gonna swing this way or that way. So whilst that looks scary, this dude should die pretty quick, maybe even this turn, and then we can surround the Manhunter, keep him stunned up. I just really hope that, because when we hit him with a wooden stick, we're going to be scratching his armor. Hopefully it's not a destruction, it's only a scratch. 'Tis but a scratch. Maceless, do you actually need... You don't need... Your turn... His turn is done, so... Just stab that dude in his big stupid face. Oh, shit, don't try to move, you moron. That was a good bit of dodging there by Gnaeus Pompeius. Come on, lads. Damn it. Oh, that lad's tough. Oh. Yes, Simon. Oh god, that's gonna hurt. You F off, mate. Okay, someone here has to have a wooden stick. Oh, that bleeding, that's not fun. I think I might want to go through his shield. I mean, sure, it's gonna up his damage, but his damage is already pretty scary. You fucking tit, Mizuma. I need to visit a coastal town and get some fishing nets in hand. It makes such a big difference. I'm just waiting for my axe user to break that shield. Can't reach it. Oh, for feck's sake. Perfect. Okay, this should be straightforward now. Also, with a few dagger stabs, I'm hoping his morale will shatter. Damn it. Okay, we've got him surrounded at least. And he's got shield expert, so it'll take one more of those hits to get his shield. But of course, none of that matters if he's fleeing. When you're in fleeing state, you have minus 30% melee defense. Oh, 9 lives, you lucky bugger. Zaloro, can't do the honors. Janus Domitus. Good lad. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. So this is the first of hopefully at least 6 of these type of encounters we're going to get. So when I took a little one skull mission, I had no idea we were going to get this lucky. What is your fatigue going to look like? Pompeius. 65. That's like borderline. Zaloro is probably a good candidate to wear this heavy armor. But it's kind of wasted on him. He doesn't have the combat stats. I mean, with 75 melee skill, he's the most accurate. So really, I want him... Actually, I think I can justify not giving him the best armor. We give him that and that. And then we have him do work with this cleaver. He's got, with 75 melee skill, he should be able to wreck fools. And then someone else here, like, well, Servius. I need someone else to take over standing on the flank. Again, I think Zaloro is probably the best option we have. Look, even with all of that, he's still got 70 fatigue. Let's give him a sword, though. Nice, and everyone else can use flails, except for Servius. He doesn't have the fatigue for it. I need to replace him at some point. Bigasticus is not going to be a long-term replacement, but really... Does he have better long-term potential than Servius? The fact that he's asthmatic is just disastrous. I think once Olivius is back in action, we'll put him there. We'll move Bigasticus back to the front line and we'll retire Servius. I mean, I had high hopes for him with his 2 stars, but his starting value was too low. His asthmatic is wrecking him. The other option is, on the next level, I just take recover on him. I'll tell you what, let's keep him for a while yet. I mean, the fact that he's got 2 stars is not to be sniffed at. And with only 1 replacement, I suppose I shouldn't be getting rid of people. I shouldn't be too eager to get rid of people. Ladder Mike, take it easy, dude. So 1 more fight and Nias will be level 6 and I can give him underdog. Janus Domitius is a mace specialist. I think I can... Yeah, with 67 aim I can finally formally have him specialize in using a mace. Good. What's up, Aegis? I'm just going to wear it on the weekends. It's a bit of a mission to get in and out of it. It's because it's a whole outfit. I hope you all don't mind, but it's a bit of work to get in and out of that outfit. 2 extra fatigue, 10 swings. I want that round number of 70, I think. And then these backline lads don't have the fatigue to support the heavier helm. Still, having these extra long axes was bloody great in that fight. Volrinos, our second mace specialist. I think I can formally make him a mace specialist as well. Then I've got two nice crowd control options in the fight. 68 accuracy, beautiful. Honestly, I think this is kind of big for us, having two guys that can use their maces fairly accurately. 67, 68. Nice. And very often they're going to be next to someone who can break a shield for them, so... Regulus, I'd love to have you using a flail, but... And that does mean we're not using the Warbrand, but we don't have anyone who really has the levels for it just yet. Maybe Regulus, I could give him quick hands, sword mastery, leave him in the middle of the formation, have him use the Warbrand. I think we've established that I have to take recover on him at the next level. I had to take gifted on him as well. That's not been great. Also, the armor is slowly creeping up and getting better and better. Good, we've got basic bitch mail on everybody. Except for Sealand, who has leather lamella. Not bad. Actually, this can all go. I don't need any of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just counting how many of these kite shields I actually need to hang on to. So that one can go. And the round shields, I certainly don't need all of these round shields. I would need 5 minus 1 because I've already got one there. Actually, keep it the blue. I like your blue theme. So I only need to keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. So all these can go. Oh, no, okay, well, I'll keep those in spare. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these can all be sold. Okay, archers, you're going to use the green and red shields. That was a real surprise. God, we needed that. A fresh, cool breeze is blowing today, and you feel like it's a good time for the 13th Legion to start something new. You call them in to gather round. What do you tell them? We can make the sprint to 7,500 gold, which I don't think is a good idea. It's going to take us ages to make that money. Goblins in large numbers, no thanks. Respectable companies recognized by their equipment. We should head out and claim a famed weapon or helmet to increase our renown. Actually, the easiest is the goblins. It's going to take a long time. We're going to have to set out into the unexplored part of the map and find 4 little huts that have just like half a dozen goblins in them. That's a very difficult one, but of those 3 ambitions, that's the easiest one. That's actually, that could be quite timely because now I can start doing house affiliated missions where that give me patrols. And if I'm killing goblins on patrol, I'm doing 2 birds with 1 stone. 329, I'll buy that. That's below cost price. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't need that or that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll keep that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But that makes 7. So 1 sword can go. We need 7 round shields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 can go. Oh, whoops, I haven't updated the old stream title. Hang on. That's not right. This is annoying because I use Restream to organize my stream titles, but it looks like it... Actually, no. Hang on, that's wrong. That's odd. Are any of you getting a stream title saying, oh, right, Paragon, hang on. So the game didn't change, but the title says Battle Brothers still. Brothers. Done. Okay, what was I doing? Lol. Provisions, I could do with more provisions. Let's see. Don't need any of that. I'll hang on to one set of spare armor. Everything non-essential has to go. Oh god, supplies are really hurting me. Please be a patrol mission. So what is this? Destroy ruins? No. It's a 2 skull, so it's too much for us. Even a 1 skull fight goblins is going to be too much, because it won't be just a little hut. It'll be like a dozen goblins, and that's too much for us. I'm going to try and get myself a patrol mission, and then we'll head off into the darkness to go explore. But before we do that, we're going to need tools. And maybe some medical supplies. I mean, I've got 8 left, and I'm going to be using 3 and 7, so yeah, I've got no medical supplies. Some city around here, I'm pretty sure we'll have a herb gatherer's hut. Hang on, we're heading south, aren't we? God, not a forgiving map, is it? Is the cocking herb gatherers? None by the looks of things. What is this? Brigands. 2 skull brigands. I'll do that. Likely to be as tough as the last fight we took, but probably with marksmen this time. Well, actually, we'll stop in at Sattlefest first and sell the furs we have. I mean, as much as I want to go do house-affiliated missions and patrols, I'm not going to turn down nearly 1,000 gold. To steer clear of those orcs. Orc young aren't so bad. But still, we're not getting paid to fight them, so... not worth it. $379, that's too much. God, that's expensive, but that's the cheapest tools I can get around here. Okay, let's go see if we can put our maces to good use. We finally got 2 mace specialists. Also, if we can get a patrol, it'll be pretty good. We can go straight to abandoned cemetery. And best case scenario, they say to us like, oh cool, we'll pay you 80 gold a head for 25 heads. We go to the cemetery, get 25 zombie heads and go straight back. Just waiting for daytime. And let's make sure the setup is correct. I've got kite shields all up front. I'm just starting with a setup where I'm expecting to have to go up against marksmen at the beginning. If I get my hands on 2 more kite shields, I mean, considering how crap my archers are in this situation, if they do have marksmen, I could advance my archers with kite, like the whole formation with kite shields like this up until we're actually in contact. And then start shooting, but that's going to mean there's 2, maybe 3 turns where we're taking all their archery shots, which is not going to be good for us at all. Please don't have nasty marksmen. Please don't have nasty marksmen. I've got nasty marksmen. Also, 13 of them. Good lord. Oh, this is going to hurt for you guys. We need to get up to the high ground quick as we can. So if you can move 2 squares with your shield up, but I'm going to have you go 3, which gives me a good shot here. This is super risky, but hopefully... Nope, doesn't pay off. Just get up there, lads. Oh, this is going to be a long and hard one. I mean, it's nice that there's a bandit leader there, but all he's got is a nice helmet. His sword is not great. His mail is crap. This dude is target number 1, then number 2, then number 3. It shouldn't be that bad. Throwing weapons, totally fine with that. Please miss, you bastard. Luckily, most of my archers have the bullseye perk, I think. So I can aim at their archers. And I've kept you lads on the height disadvantage away from their archers. So this is going to hurt though. I wasn't able to get shields up on any of my lads before these archers get a volley off. Ow. Oh, God. Hate marksman so much. Oh my God. Yeah, I think it was really a mistake by not taking anticipation as soon as I could on my archers. I feel like my thinking was sound in terms of saying that I wanted them to be able to do more damage sooner, but it just hasn't been very reasonable. If you look at how much damage they've been taking instead. Sealand, I can get him into that spot and then he won't have, then he can double shoot. And I think I want him to double shoot because, yeah, he's got fast adaptation and bullseye. See, these two are turned done though is the problem. Yes, good shot. Pontius, remind me, you are the sergeant, so you can actually go here in case these guys try to overwhelm the left flank. Southern flank, I should say. Servius, move up. Should I maybe move forward and engage in their lines? I probably should on the next turn, especially while these guys have their thrown weapons out. That's going to be a hard fight here, and Janus is going to struggle. This guy's going to be able to attack him, and these dudes are going to have height advantage. Marksman, don't ever miss. Oh, come on, I've got to get Samon out of there, but he only acts in 12 turns. Oh, one more. Oh, he's so close to dead. If I do advance, it'll have to be along here. Put our troops there. Just have to hope I get lucky and hit that guy. Considering I'm pulling Samon back, that means I can pull Janus back as well. I can pull Janus back to that spot, which puts Pontius here. Okay, on the next turn we can move forward. So Samon has got injured arm muscles, he's not going to hit anything, but 40% is still, 40 accuracy is still his best. His range skill is still higher than his melee skill. God, marksmen are a nightmare to deal with. I hate them so much. Thank God he actually missed a shot. My archers are just so poor. It really makes it hard. And Sealand's our best archer, and he's getting completely fucked up by they've exposed themselves though, which is good. I don't see these archers surviving this fight. But hey. Okay, so Varinus is going to go there, which puts Zalora there. Puts Regulus there, which puts Nias here. These lads are all turn done. Good hit, Pontius. Mizumo, you have to actually... do you wait? No. Take whatever shots you can. Sealand, I expect him to die, but... God. It's obvious we can't win the war, but we can't outshoot their marksmen. We just got to try to go straight through the raiders. Scavus Dias, well done. Going here is going to be super scary for him, but he kind of has to. Not necessarily, no. Janus, stay where you are. I'm happy for one of these guys to take that spot. Yeah, he declined, not surprisingly. Okay, so Sealand, if you take one more arrow, you are dead, Zoe. Oh, thank God that missed. Oh, ouchie. I suppose on the plus side, I'm not too phased about his armor, so we can just kill him as quick as we can. Already I'm liking having the mace specialists, because if they hit, it's a guaranteed stun. I was able to stop this guy from attacking, which was actually huge. Fucking hell. Fucking rotation. Yes, get wrecked. Oh, he was riposting. Fuck, I didn't even check that. Well, what the hell? Sealand and Simon are both within one hit of dying. Worth. Oh, it was the guy with the short bow. Damn. I was hoping I could have hit one of those two. Come on. I mean, yes, that sucks. This guy's in melee range of our sergeant, but he's surrounded by 3 of our guys, so we should be able to do work against him. Dead and fleeing, not surprisingly. Dead. That's all our archers dead. Okay, so it looks like we're just going to have to go to not having any archers tactic for a bit. Which, I mean, I suppose isn't so bad considering how absolutely dogshit our archers have been this campaign. I don't even care if he flees. I mean, he's not doing any damage anyway. He's just likely to get killed. Not going to contribute anything. Job, Zaloro. God damn it. mean, that is very scary, but at least it stops these guys from shooting at us finally on turn 6. Okay, Sealand got his got his morale back. Oh, of course, yes, they use rotation. Who is this getting his ass kicked here? This is Janus. He's losing badly to this Raider. Just even with half advantage, he just can't seem to touch him. $5%. We're gonna have to break his shield. It's unfortunate. I'll struck Servius. Janus, come on, do a thing. 74. Finally. Anybody bleeding? Nope. God, this was a tough fight. For only a 2 skull, this was brutal. Jesus Christ, Janus. Janus went from full hit points to almost full armor and full hit points. And fractured hand, and he's hit this guy once. This shows you how much better the raiders are than we are. Of course you can't attack from there, can you? Jesus, 2 hits and I still can't destroy his armor. I mean his shield. Varinus, see if you can go help here. And I mean, 74s. He took 4 74 accuracy swings and could only hit 1. Hopeless, just fucking hopeless. There goes the last of our archers. Oh, our archers. And there goes our mace specialist. Jesus Christ. If that piece of shit gets away, I'm gonna be annoyed. Come back here. I need you to use your shield here, you tit. Oh, for fuck's sake. Someone's got a dog there. I'm sure we can release our dog. But this dude has to die. Finally, he doesn't have a shield, but what I've done is boost his damage. And he's riposting again, but 59%. Put your shield up and then take a swing. Raid boss down, boys, finally. Good God. Finally. He's got away. Ugh. Holy crap, what a tough battle. So Mazuma, missing ear, we can still keep him. Simon, missing finger. Let's just retire him and just get some pikemen in. Our archers are completely hopeless in any case. We can just, maybe we just switch to night fighting tactics against raiders just until we can get us some hunters. Because, I mean, clearly having non-hunters as archers is just not viable. They're just so completely hopeless. The archers are only any good if you can outshoot the enemy archers, which we obviously can't do. This is very disappointing. But, I mean, he had 2 turns of swinging at that guy with height advantage, and he couldn't land a single shot. Holy hell. Oh, I still have Olivius. Hooray. Pathetic. Valora Fullmen. That's why when you get someone who doesn't have stars, I don't even know why I bother. You just fire them immediately. They get fucking hopeless. You roll a +1 every single time. That's supposed to go between 1 and 3. So in theory, it's a 33% chance that he should roll a 1. Equal chance to roll a 1, 2, or 3. But he rolls a 1 every single fucking level up. He gets a 1. I could just hopeless, absolutely hopeless. All right, gave us Dias, the Sword Raider, +2, whoop-de-doo. 4 loads of fatigue at least. Let's go for melee defense, and your resolve is a touch low, but I'll have to make him my next mace specialist, I think, because again, he doesn't have the stars in melee defense. So we'll try to replace Janus with Skavis. And with 65 accuracy, that's okay. God, I'm so triggered by that fight. That was so hard. Anyways, for my replacements, let's just go all in on going student, fast adaption, gifted, just to get them as good as possible, as quick as possible. Because I feel like I keep offsetting the chance for them to be better later for the fact that they're crap now. And I should be more willing to get short-term benefit. Someone like Gnaeus Pompeius, you can justify leveling him for long-term benefit because he's got excellent top end. He's going to be, this guy's going to be a superstar. He's so important. We have to keep him alive. Yeah, my backline needs anticipation quick as they can get it. It was a real mistake on my part. For my archers, I should go student, fast adaption over dodge, and then anticipation, and then bow mastery, footwork, nimble, then we go back for bullseye, then we get fearsome. So we'll at least try to do the correct leveling order for Samon. Which is student, fast adaption. God. Liam, sure thing. What name would you like? Just give me a name. Preferably a good Roman name if you can, but your own name or whatever you'd like is also fine. Are you sure you want to get involved with this almost certain death? It's been so hard. Well, at least there's armor good to go for the next lad who's going to come in here as a replacement. And there's a pike for him to use. And there's a shield and a dagger, hopefully. Well, on the plus side, I can switch out these crossbows for hunting bows now, so that's something, I suppose. Give them the extra bit of accuracy and the extra bit of aim. Well, they're plus 15, minus 3 per tile. Plus 10, minus 2 per tile. I think I prefer the hunter's bows, yeah. Especially because they have fast adaptation, which favors the bow, because you can shoot twice. Jeff Lionheart. Jeff Lionheart. Welcome, Roman brother. What be thy name? Oh, Jeff. Where from hail you? Capua? No, down the road, innit? Jeff Lionheart. I'm from Bow. Lived in Bow my whole life, yeah. Interesting, Roman. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would need 8 of these shields at the most. These yellow ones can be sold. As far as spare armor goes, whoopsie, I need that. Actually, all of this can go, which is encouraging, I suppose. So, should I give the padded nasal to you lads? It'll cost you 2 extra fatigue for only 5 head armor. No, not worth. We'll sell those. I'll hang on to one of the coifs in case I want to get an archer in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That can all go. Swords wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I've got actually there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2. These can all go. I need to keep 3 swords. Oh, there is a temple down here at Visa, so we pop down and go treat our wounds. I think these are the kind of wounds I can let heal naturally. I mean, a ripped ear isn't so bad. Pierced arm muscles is awful. I'll treat those two, but then the ripped ears can heal by themselves. Childish giggling wakes up from a nap, yada yada yada. Lose some grains. Why? Because fuck you, that's why. Ooh, a brawler for cheap. I will always hire a brawler on site. He costs 13 gold, so I would have expected him to be... Brawlers are supposed to cost 11 per day, but he's 13. I would have thought he'd have greedy, but strong is awesome for extra fatigue. Survivor is nice, but again, he's got rubbish stats. There's just going to be another replacement. Right, who's next? Vitalis. Still, he'll do. I'm actually better off using that just to break shields. Also, I should say that the tier 3 cleaver was great. I feel like it did work for us. A quiver of arrows, yes please. A quiver of arrows. 343, we can get more for that. Excuse me, oh, hiccups. So, what did I say? I needed to keep 3 swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 5 flails, and I need 6 in total. Actually, the mace can go, and that can go, and that can go. 306 is that's as cheap as we can get around here. Pick up a proper dog while we're here. We've already got one. I think I can do without it. A mercenary, I mean, unfortunately, you can pick these mercenaries up for as cheap as 300. All this starting price is for the armor he's wearing that I don't really want, so not worth it. Oh, one of the pierced arm muscles have healed already. Nice. 1 to 3 days, 1 to 3 days. It's just a bit of an initiative. It's fine. I don't mind that. 340. You are having a laugh, mate. See, 800 is still a bit expensive. I don't want to pay that much. This guy's tempting. He's 800. He comes with a level up. I'll think long and hard about that, but I think I should just be fishing for archers. Although technically, a militiaman is just as likely to be decent as an archer because, let's check the wiki, I think that the militiamen get +5 to melee skill and ranged skill. Just check the wiki. Backgrounds. Where's the militiaman? Militia. Yeah, they get plus melee and plus ranged. Moderate bonus between 4 to 8. So average of 4 in melee skill, average of 7. That's super tempting. I mean, do I have anyone here that I desperately need to retire? No. I wonder if you know what? Just because I need to replace frontline and backline guys, I think that's fine. He could be either, and he has neither. God damn it! We just can't find people with an melee skill. I would point out though, he starts with 43 range skill, which is better than a lot of the guys we've hired already as range skills. This is Dingus Maximus. It does 48 at level 4. Ugh, I'm gonna be sick. Oh, 61 melee skill at level 2. You hate to look, it's better than Biggest Dickus. It's better than Servius. Okay, you think he's worth. Get some levels on him. Yeah, I should hang on to a few more quivers of arrows if I can get my hands on them. Whew, game is hard. Okay, what mission were we on? We need to go back and go get paid. And hopefully we can find a patrol or two. Few poachers, a few marksmen, loads of thugs. That could be a nice little XP farm for us. But I mean, like one arrow and Mizuma will die. It's night time, so their archers aren't likely to be doing much. I think we'll just push forward and slaughter them. If we can. So that'll keep us safe, or reasonably safe, from the ranged fighters. Salve, Luca. So, what the hell, let's fuck him up. A few poachers, a few marksmen, those thugs will die so quick, and then that'll hopefully make the ranged fighters have their morale shatter. I was going to say I'm going to need to run at them, but their marksmen are going to need to move forward because it's nighttime, so they won't have vision to be able to hit us. We'll just wait for a full turn and then decide what we want to do. Most likely we'll have to just sprint forward. Yeah, 20's a lot, but because it's thugs, they'll die really quick. Our swords, our maces, our tier 3 cleaver, I'm just going to rip through them. Bold, I like it. And look, there's only one hunter's bow there. "20 men. Ha! I mean, true, it's going to be a little bit scary putting you lads at height disadvantage against that lumberjack axe. Okay, that's scary, and that's scary. We shall try to do whatever we can, quick as we can. Hang on, so let's see. Then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, which puts me... Yeah, well, I might as well take the height advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4. This reminds me of when I did my quote-unquote Viking playthrough. And in situations like this, everybody would have, what's it called? Here you go, adrenaline, which allows you to move forward, use adrenaline, get to attack first, so you're closer to melee range and you get your shield up. But the problem with that is, you've moved 8 squares, so it's 8 times 2 in fatigue just in moving, plus 25 to activate adrenaline, plus 20 to get your shield up. So even if you can manage that, you're exhausted by the time you get there. Sure thing, Mop and Sauce. You want just your name, or have you got like a Roman-themed name you've thought up? I'll always accept fresh names, but you just got to be aware that you might have to wait a while for it to get in. It's night time. Miss! Oh, thank God. $83 Johan, what's up? Oh, perfect. I'm very glad they came towards us, because now we can spend all of our action points actually attacking. Each of my frontline lads going to attack twice this turn now. We're going to be getting filled with arrows for another turn or two, but these thugs should go down really quick, and then we can just run at the archers. Sir Mop and Sauce. I like it, it's inventive. Just beware, the list is quite long. Next is Marcus Augustus. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 names still to go. But as it happens, we're just going into a phase now where we're going to be hiring a lot of people, because we need to get our hands on some archers. Ha-ha! See what I told you about these thugs? They cannot stand against us. Remember, archers don't have any control zones, so if they've got their ranged weapon out, you can just move past them. Haha, he doesn't like that, does he? Doesn't like the look of that. Flee, you cowards! How dare you, rebel, disgusting rebel, attack the mighty 13th Legion! Olivius. Oh, right, that's Olive Oilus. Who cares? He's fucking terrible. Oh, thank God. That little cleaver does a surprising amount of damage. To armor, I mean. 16 points of armor damage. Fucking cut his head off! There you go, brain him with a morning star. Trying to close in on this guy so he can't escape. Yep, he's doing one. Don't one of my lads have a dog? I'm pretty sure we have a dog here somewhere. Perhaps we just leave one survivor. He can go tell his mates not to fuck with the 13th. Get him, boy. Get him. No, stupid dog. That one. Oh, broken arm. That's gotta hurt. Oh, what the hell, guys? Get him. Okay, he stopped to shoot once. It's great for us. Nice shield, nerd. Interesting. Well, once we kill this guy, the dog should be after him. No matter. Servius has him. Yes, flee, you cowards. Get decapitated. Double decapitation for Zolaro. Ah, our tough and strong wild man. Almost erases some of the horrible memories of that last fight. I'm loving the decapitations. The 13th Legion have a very distinctive style, separating the heads from the shoulders of their enemies. Well fought, men. Well fought. Look at these XP. Ugh, man, that was definitely worth doing. We got a lot of XP from that. Who did the most damage? 250. Scavers looks pretty good. Yeah, well done. 251 here by Biggest Dickus. A bunch of junk, but we can just sell it all. Level ups on Servius. I think I said I was going to take... recover. The other option is he's level 6. I chuck him on the flank. And I give him underdog. But no, it's the hammer raiders that need to be on the flanks there, but I don't know. 65 aim, it's really bad. The other option is I give him sword mastery now, knowing that he'll be a sword raider eventually, so that he uses 3 fatigue less per swing, so his fatigue goes further. I think I like that. Oh, Vitalis, is that one of the names? Yes, he is, Vitalis. We'll just do what we can to make him decent frontline. Let's see, nice fatigue, +1 there is no good. I think I had to take, taking the +4 there is the right thing to do. God, my archers are annihilated. Nice, we got a bunch of quivers. I needed that. Okay, I think the right thing to do for the moment is to go back to our nighttime fighting tactics. Sure thing, Luca. It's not as many as I thought, but look, archer, 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 archer. That just shows you the impact of not taking anticipation as soon as I could. That's all because I didn't take anticipation. I mean, I was still going to take anticipation, but what I wanted to try this campaign was to just take it later than I normally would. And obviously, you know, there's your evidence as to why you shouldn't do that. Oh, 1 marksman, 5 raiders, and a leader. That's too good to turn down. I mean, as hurt as we are, we don't turn that down. There's like 1 leader in a small group. We have to take that. Let's do some rejigging of the armor. 95, 84, 80. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to give Samon and Mizuma. Actually, Mizuma can still use his bow with that. I'm just thinking with this rubbish accuracy, Samon may as well use a 2-handed axe. Look at that. 43, 43, 39, 38. Pathetic. Yeah, do something a little bit different here. How do you fight against the ancient legions? You just it's less about tactics, and it's almost entirely about having high-level brothers with the right perks and having the right gear. The thing about those ancient legions is that the only ranged weapon you can damage them with is a thrown axe, which basically means you'll get 1 turn to throw at them before you're actually in melee contact. So your front line, for the most part, need to be using heater shields for the melee defense. And then it depends on like what. Eventually, I'll have 2 mace specialists, and the maces are pretty good against the legions if you can get past their shields. And then there's 2 hammer raiders in the flank and 2 great swords in the middle. Great swords are amazing against the ancient legions, but you need to have quick hands, so every second turn you can have your shield. They're so good against the ancient legions because you can attack in a line, which not because very often when you fight the ancient legions, the challenge is getting the ones with the pike in the second line. So your archers with their axes can throw at them, and your great swords in the front line can use that straight attack and hit them. So in short, that's how you fight against ancient legions. If your guys are under-leveled, if you don't have good gear, you're going to struggle. Maybe your frontline guys can all use flails, because you're almost always going to have a front row of ancient legionaries that have those big shields, and they can keep a shield wall up indefinitely because they don't have any fatigue. But a flail just completely negates their defense from shields. And at least the ancient legionaries don't have a high amount of hit point damage, so 2, 3, maybe 4 flail shots and they'll go down. No, first stake in my company, go away. These men are ours. And only one marksman now, it looks like. Please tell me that leader has nice armor. Come on, I need this. Please cut me a break. Don't tell me that's the fucking leader. No, that's a raider. And their marksman just has a little short bow. Sweet. Nice. Of course, Volshak, you're very, very welcome. Okay, that armor it's okay. It's not what I would want, but it's good enough. Do we move forward? I think we move forward. That's just one little marksman. But it looks like they are approaching. Let's just wait and see what they do. I think he's approaching to take out his throwing weapons, I would imagine. Indeed, Bosco. It's about to be 9 o'clock. Okay, so he's not going to move, so we have to take him on. My wounded archers are actually hurting quite a bit, but yeah, I've got 2 really injured archers. Yeah, as I thought. But I don't want to... I think we'll go this far forward. If I go to this line here, I'm giving one of these nerds height advantage, which is... no bueno. Unless we can sprint for that height advantage. Like going here would be suicidal. This dude is almost guaranteed to hit with his hammer, which will wreck my armor. I got 1 dog, but dogs in this situation are useless because they just run at the raiders and get killed immediately. I would only use a dog here if I could get this guy here and then place the dog next to the archer. Let's slow march forward and just get both my archers in range of hopefully picking that dude off. I need them to make a mistake and join our and hit our front lines. Bosco, you just missed the fight against raiders where 3 of our 4 archers got killed. It's a timely reminder that you should always take anticipation as soon as you can on your backline, guys. Even with anticipation, it's very unlikely your lads will survive. Yeah, it was interesting. Good, more throwing weapons. When I see throwing weapons, to my mind, that's the signal to run at them. Oh, thank God he missed. Good. Waste your actions on throwing toothpicks. Excellent. This guy's still the worry. Excellent. Okay, he's used his turn. Good. Go get him, boys. God, this is scary. Being in contact with 2 of them. Actually, I shouldn't do that. Taking that square would not be smart. At least here, none of my brothers are in contact with more than one of these raiders. Skavis, you can no, 10%. That's not even worth trying. Just rest. Oh, God, he's got to be daggered. What am I thinking? Going here isn't smart because that nerd can close in. I'm quite happy to go here. This gives me access to these two to break their shields. But I'm first going to break his shield, then I'll move up there and break these shields. Same one? Okay, sweet. You can shield break as well. It's going to take so many hits to break that guy's shield. It's going to suck. If one of these arrows hits Samon, or Mizuma, he's dead. It's in 4 turns, so I'm going to wait to let him go first. Because if he takes a swing and keeps his shield up, and I shatter his shield afterwards, I've effectively wasted one of his 2 attacks. As expected. These military picks, they fucking hurt. Yep, they have the defensive advantage for now. Good shot, Mizuma. Come on! 65. Ugh! Shot. One more arrow and he's dead. It's so hard to get past these fucking kite shields. I suppose my sword users should have been using flails, but they have such low base accuracy. Well, I suppose attacking through a shield with a sword is going to be less accurate than just using a flail, even if you have low base accuracy. Someone can land a fucking hit. Fun. Skavis, save your fatigue. Oh no, we're gonna dagger this guy down first. 17%, not worth. Ah, Mizuma. Yes, Solaro, good shot. I'd love to get his armor, but I don't have time to dagger him down. He's too dangerous. And everyone else is too dangerous as well. Oh, fuck off. Oh, that sounds so painful. Get him, Mizuma. Good lad. He's not having a good time, is he? Well struck. Oh my god, this is just knocking us about. Honestly, I don't mind that. I mean, it's AP being used that's not doing real damage. Thank goodness for these two-handed axes. Come on, you know you want to panic. Ah! Sound of missed shots makes me sad. Yeah, I always get told that. I'm not a fan of duelists. I still maintain a two-handed weapon user, or, which I refer to as a raider, will do more damage than a duelist. I mean, a duelist is great with his high defense, but like, I mean, my mace specialists, once I finally get them to where they are, I mean, like, the main issue with my tactic is that it takes a long time to come online. And also, it hasn't helped in this campaign that I've been really unlucky, and that our recruits that we've gotten have been absolute dog shit. We've had such horrible recruits. And like, that guy died. I don't even know who it is. I don't even care. I just know that, like, on my front line, we have one good fighter, and that's Gnaeus Pompeius. He's the only one on the front line who I intend to keep around. Everyone else is replaceable. They're all such complete shit. I should be ashamed to be under the banner of the 13th Legion. But hey, that's luck. Also, I need to go to a coastal city and get myself some nets, because like, doing what I'm doing here is made infinitely harder by not being able to net the guys. Good God, who's that? Biggest Dickus, yeah, fine. It's just more dead weight that needs to get replaced anyway. Good stab, Gnaeus. Good stun. There we go, Fullman. Okay, let's surround this node. Let's see. So, Vitalis will go there. Servius goes there, then he's surrounded. Excellent. And that's in effect pretty much saved Biggest Dickus there. Hopefully we can dagger this nerd down this turn. Finally get rid of his cocking shield. Titus Pulo was not replaceable. His loss was devastating. Pulo was the best fighter we had. I think he had like 70 odd melee skill. But hey, it's dangerous business, this. Being a battle brother. This is why I love the mace specialist so much. All they have to do is hit and it's a guaranteed stun. So Scavus Dias has lowered hit points. Okay, I'm not going to retire him on the base of that. He's probably going to take Colossus to offset that mostly. Nice. One kind of okay set of armor. I mean, it really hurts Gnaeus's fatigue, but that fatigue will improve shortly. He's going to take, what next? Probably Battleforged. Battleforged, then Bags and Belts. Then I can actually justify buying him a two-handed Warhammer. He's got almost 80 accuracy. I mean, it's kind of counterintuitive, but buying a top-tier offensive weapon can actually be thought of in a defensive light, because if you're able to kill enemies that quick that they can't do damage, then it's effectively defensive. I need 50 fucking tools. God damn it. And we just came from that village to the south where we treated all our wounds. We've got to go straight back there. Those monks in that temple were like, oh, you again? You get a employee discount or something from going there all the time. This helmet's nice, but it's very heavy. 14, so I can get 2 less. 63, that's as low as I can go. I worry that with that low armor, I really should just be giving him a sword to use, because, I mean, it's nice, but he'll swing that cleaver like 2 or 3 times and be too exhausted to do anything else with it. At least with 10 fatigue, if I can just somehow here squeeze out one more fatigue point, he'll get a few more swings with it. Okay, we are slowly but surely getting there with the armor. Dingus Maximus, the specialist. So look, 68 hit points still, and that's even without Colossus. Oh, Deathwish, I thought he was the one who had the injured heart, permanent injury, no. So how to deal with Necrosavants? Yeah, Necrosavants are a fucking nightmare to deal with. In short, loads of fishing nets, loads of maces, and cleavers. Ugh. They have a very insane miss chance here. It's very hard to hit them, which is why you need the fishing nets. The fishing nets give you a plus 10% chance to hit. So the spirit thingies, those are called Geists, and you got to be super careful fighting them. If you don't have a good sergeant with raised morale, with like at least 80 resolve, you're going to struggle. And like even now, I would struggle to fight them because my bannerman here doesn't have raised the troops or any good resolve yet. Agrippa Ventris, someone Agrippa died. Yeah, he got killed by archers. And then, so if you know you're fighting zombies and geists, give all your guys in the front line spears, because those geists are impossible to hit. So at least with a spear, you're giving yourself plus 20% chance to actually hit the damn thing, which is super important. I can leave it resolve at 45. I'm happy with that. Okay, so all my replacements are going to get 1, 2, and 3. Did I not take student? May as well. Just make sure we have all the highest level guys up front. 6, level 6, 6, 4, 5, 4. You absolutely can do that, Bosco, yeah. The other option is if you have good archers, or even, they don't have to be good, if you just have 4 archers, or you can make your whole backline archers, give them all bows, and you just spam those 5% shots at the geists. You'd be surprised how often you can get lucky and hit those geists. I mean, if you have 4 guys attacking twice per turn, you got 8 shots going at a geist, so it's 8 rolls of 5% happens more often than you would think. And even if, let's say you're fighting 4 geists, if you manage to pick one of them off before they start screaming at you, that's a huge difference. It also helps if your guys on the front line, they should all be having footwork, or for me at least, that's these 2 on the flanks here, they have footwork. So if you get caught next to a zombie and there's a geist normally quite near you, you can footwork into a spot and be able to attack the zombie, the geist. But it is important to have 2 guys, a sergeant and a bannerman. Both of them need to have raised morale, because very often when you're fighting the geists, you'll have half the geists will go to one side of your formation and half the geists will go to the other side. So if you only have one person that has raised morale, you can only raise morale of your troops on one side of your formation. So the other half of your formation is going to collapse every time and panic, which you obviously don't want to have happen. Bows are way better. So in the early game, crossbows are better because they do more damage and they do more armor piercing. But you can shoot twice with a bow. And I mean, it's ironic for me to be talking about this now in this campaign because my archers are so horrible. But bows are way better, especially because depending on how you build them, you take fast adaptation. So a missed shot gives the subsequent shot plus 8%. Remember, a bow can always shoot twice, and if you get berserk, you can even shoot 3 times in a single turn. With the crossbow, you have to have started the turn with a loaded crossbow, shoot to get the kill, reload and shoot again. If you have to move and shoot, get the kill, even with berserk, you can't reload and shoot again. So the thing is, the only advantage the crossbows give you is their armor penetration, which really only helps against, let's say for example, an orc warrior. But if you're fighting orc warriors, you shouldn't be relying on your archers to do damage to them. Normally, orc warriors come with a bunch of orc young, so your archers focus down the orc young, and then your frontliners, who should have maces, military picks, and hammers, deal with the orc warriors. Right, so same one. You're going to get healed up soon. Let's swap this stuff around again. And one thing to remember on your archers, before your archers hit level 7 and get footwork, you need to always have a wooden shield in their inventory. So if they get caught in melee combat, they can at least go to the melee shield and just hold their melee shield up until the rest of your brothers help them out. Once your archer gets footwork, you can start carrying bow, arrows, and a fishing net. Let's go sell all this junk we've got stinking up our inventory. That sure is. And also, the sound effects, if you have like a tier 2 crossbow, and you're lucky enough to get a headshot, it'll pretty much kill whatever you've shot at. It makes this wonderful crunching sound, and then the person you've hit just goes down like a sack of shit. It's very satisfying. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You should also get in the habit of always keeping at least 6 swords and 6 spears in your inventory. The reason for that is if you know you're gonna be fighting dire wolves, everyone needs to have sword and shield. And if you know you're fighting Nachtzeers, then everyone needs to have a spear. Having a spear wall is also quite useful if you are going to be fighting lots of zombies and you need to buy your archers time to shoot at the zombies. Right, how many swords? 1, 2 swords, 3, 4 swords. So 2 of these can go. Don't need any of this. Actually, I'm going to start hanging on to the thick tunics. My archers will need these thick tunics and these open leather caps once they go to the lighter armor. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good God, man. Look at the price of these fucking tools. '61 accuracy, you may as well use a flail. I gotta get the flails up. Fine. Fuck the swords, go flails. But 13 fatigue, 26 a turn. For only 2 turns he can attack twice. Yeah, flails are better. There's one random bludgeon floating around that I can sell. Okay, let's go treat our wounds, and then we've got to go buy as many tools as we can. So, Falzjag, if you're a newish player, I'd recommend you go check out the podcasts that myself, Bosco, and the best Battle Brother player in the world, probably, Hans Gruber, did. Go to my YouTube channel and just search under the playlists for the As Brothers podcasts. It's a three-part podcast series where we break down Battle Brothers tactics in depth. It's a little bit old, so some of the changes might not be quite relevant to what we've said, but overall, I think it's pretty solid work that we did. We covered the theory of how to be leveling your brothers and what perks to take. You should ignore most of what I say because I'm an idiot and I know nothing of what I'm talking about. Just whenever Bosco or Hans Gruber talk, you should listen. There's a lot of good stuff you can learn from those podcasts. So if you're a new player, I recommend you start with the 7 up front, 5 at the back setup, where you've got 7 guys with swords and shields, 2 archers there, a banner sergeant there, and 2 archers there. Wait, hang on, which is my sergeant here? Pontius Exil. 67 melee skill at level 3. Okay, you see? This is why militia are so good. Even though I got unlucky, he doesn't have melee skill. With just gifted, he's already a higher melee accuracy than... Like the same melee accuracy of my companion at level 6. I've really come to realize that your starting skill means so much more, or well, not so much more, but it's so much more important than you would think than the stars. The stars obviously help, but I mean, even if you get 3 stars in melee skill, if it's on a refugee with like 40 starting melee skill, he's never going to be anywhere near as good as someone who starts with, or he'll be probably about the same as someone who starts with no stars in melee skill but has 60 melee skill to start with. And that's something that's taken me a very long time to learn. Now I desperately want to start hiring hunters, but there aren't any to hire, and we need tools badly. You glad they added the stars? Wait, hang on. So was there... I don't remember a time before the stars. I don't think I've been playing that long. 89 for ammunition is cheap. I'll buy it while I can, while it's cheap. But Falshag, I wouldn't worry about it, mate. There is so much to learn in this game, and dude, it is hard as balls. Give me a patrol mission. Come on. A greenskin horde is terrorizing. That's actually doable because we can just pull them onto the road and have some people help us. Let's talk crowns. 230 and 800. I need to be paid more. But give me some time to think. Around Hargamoose. Where's Hargamoose? Over there. It's going to be really hard to pull them into a patrol that can help us. What I could do is we can find the greenskins and pull them into a ruin and have the ruin help us. I think actually I should probably be smart and turn that mission down. I should rather initially just to get my reputation with this house up, just take some patrol missions. Something a bit simpler and easier. Oh, cheap salt. Oh, cheap. Oh, beautiful. I love this village. This village is best. Best village. Oh, I'm gonna make a fortune off all of this. Okay, we've all got bandages now. Good. Right, what's next? Just keep grinding, really. What you got for us? Delivered to Sandorf. Let's talk money. Let's see how far Sandorf is, and do I want to go that far? No way. It's 300 gold to cross the entire map. You're having a bath, mate. I could do the northern loop here. We've got a bit of money, and I think Gerstel is good because there's surface iron ore, and over here there is copper. And I can just hang on to all of these trade goods and then finally trade them in later on. The other option is we go do our ambition now, which maybe is a better idea. Just raise enough money as we can, or at least enough money so that we can have about a week worth of salary and supplies and a fair amount of tools. Then we can head off into the unexplored area here and just try to find 4 little goblin huts and farm them. I think that's probably a better idea. A few marksmen, many raiders. I have no intention of fighting that. We are not getting paid to fight them. So we shall run away bravely. Looks like they want us though. Can I juke them? I think so. Man, I can't wait to get to a spot where I have archers that aren't absolutely... Look at this guy. What Oh, that is so bad. Ah! Could maybe fight them at night time. But again, I'm not getting paid to fight them, so they can fuck off. I'm not getting paid. There's no leader in there. We just spent all our money on tools. We're only going to have 6 tools to spare. Oh, come on, Mazuma. Cowardly, superstitious fool. Nice. Okay, good profit there. Let's buy 1 load of tools, and we've got 4 days worth. Let's take a little bit more food. I want 6 days worth. Right, so 9 days. 6 days. Okay, and we've got a fair amount of medical supplies. We've got a good amount of ammunition. Out of interest, there's no one here who's really cheap that I want to buy. Let's have a drink and set off. Okay, it's been over 2 hours. Let's take a little break for 5 minutes. Take a little walk around. Get yourself a cup of coffee. Go to the loo. We're back here in 5 minutes. So Falsheg, the developers are on record as saying they've essentially stopped supporting the game because they've moved on to a new project. Which is a pity, but we'll have to see what they make. I mean, if it's anything as good as this. What they need to do though, they need to make it moddable though, because I think, fine, if they're not going to support the game, that's their decision. But if they make it moddable, I think the community can do so much with it and for it. Okay, we've got 6 days worth of provisions. We've got 8 days with the crowns. I'd like to have more tools. I think I should probably... how many you got? 8. Let's pick up another load of tools and head west. See if we can find a few little goblin huts. Yeah, the new game, what did they say? It's going to be like a cyberpunk Shadowrun type thing. Which doesn't immediately grab my attention, but we'll have to see. Like, I'm looking for goblins. The thing is, I'm going to have to find those little collapsed huts. Because anything in ruins or anything of the smaller little castle is going to have too many for us right now. We're not actually strong enough to do that. So we're going to need some good fortune here. That's greenskin footprints. We can follow those around and see what we can find. Okay, so we know there's greenskins in there, but that's probably too much for us right now. Just thinking, maybe the greenskins won't be so bad. I mean, the fact that we don't have any archers isn't really that bad because we just fight them at night and we keep our kite shields out. Oh yeah, I hate goblin archers. They have inhuman accuracy. It's unbelievable how accurate they are. Nope, that's far too much for us. Let's get out of this forest. We're in a very dangerous area. Ah, there you go. Shelter between ruins. Well, actually, we're not finding what we're looking for, but this is the risk you take when you take an ambition like this. So here are all of the very big goblin areas, but this is encouraging because it should mean that usually you'll find some of the smaller little houses spawning in the area. We should check out Greedy Heart's hideout. I mean, I don't know what's in there. Okay, controlled by goblins. Damn, I was hoping it would be controlled by greenskins because that would have counted as one of the locations controlled. Ooh, Nachtseers, that could be good XP. Okay, so here's a guide to killing Nachtseers 101. Start with a spear and no shield. We're going to set up a spear wall. And by not carrying a shield, you are boosting the damage the spear is going to do by 25%. Also, swap out the kite shields for the round shields. So we don't need axes particularly against these things. I don't have shields, so pikes are fine. Actually, the backline have sword and shield in case they get closed in on. It shouldn't be. I mean, by all means, it absolutely can happen, but as long as we play it right tactically, this should be fine. That's the big question. How many of these big tier 2 fuckers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. The next season for XCOM, I don't know actually. I said probably around the new year. Like next week or week after next. I want to decide on a mod list that I want to use. So I definitely want to be using permanent dark events. And I want to be using all pods active. But I haven't found a good all pods active mod that I'm happy to use. So far the only all pods mod that I've found... 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4... The only all pods one that I've found is like an all pods light. So it doesn't aggro everything on the map as soon as you get revealed. It gives you 1 turn afterwards. And it's only enemies within an area. So I don't know if it's going to be that much more difficult. But the thing is, I want to make it difficult enough that I can justify starting with squad size 6 and going up to squad size 8. Because the whole 4 and 6 squad size thing is just wrong as far as I'm concerned. It's too small. Irritates the bejesus out of me. Also, I want squad size 8 so that I can get 1 of each class. I hated the fact that in the final mission I had to leave my Templar behind. I love how you can see the blood splatter on their faces. Ah, well struck. Their morale is shattering before they even land a single blow. But we will have to move forward in the next turn, stop them from eating these corpses. Or maintain the spear wall for another turn. Fucking did work, boys. Fuck it, maintain the spear wall. Well, potentially I should have taken my shields out now this turn. It's likely we're going to have to move forward and be in contact on the next turn. Oh, lads! And they both missed. Disaster. Oh, damn it. Okay, cover those corpses, boys. And cover that fleeing nerd as well, I think. Damn it, Servius. That could be an issue. Hopefully that tier 2 doesn't get to actually claim that corpse. Also, that one can be eaten. Shit, this guy's got options to eat that corpse. Brave lad, Nennis. Brave lad. Okay, I'll tell you what, rotating here is the right play. This one has to die this next turn. If he eats that, he's a fully healed up tier 3 Noctia. Although 1 isn't so bad to deal with. Oh, so close. Nice. Actually, I can maybe equip my shield and try and knock him off that corpse, but that's not going to help because then I won't have enough AP unless Zalora can quick hands his shield out, which he can't do. Can you maybe kill it with 2 stabs? Ah, fuck. Okay, so we're gonna have to deal with a tier 3. Somebody's gonna get eaten. Well, the first thing I want to see added is female characters. So I can get a Valkyrie squad going. Also, given the tone of the game, having female characters could lead to some quite amusing event descriptions. Let's hope he just swallows someone and doesn't attack them. Fine. Get him, lads. Get him. Raid boss. How tough he is. Oh.
Good tonight. Will you come with me to Camelot and join?
Pulse Yoke, welcome to Camelot. Thanks for the sub. 'Tis a silly place. Only a model. So no level ups, but we got some XP, and we only had one piece of armor damaged, and I think that's worth it. Also, don't forget to go back to the usual weapon setup. Zalero, I think I want you using flail. You're a mace specialist, it's Gavis Dias. Gisticus, the replacement. Flail. Maybe he's better off going with this old combo here. 73. Yeah, I think that's probably his best. So 50 to 75, 40 to 60. Yeah, I like this. Out of interest, what would his fatigue be? We swap this around. 66. No, that's not acceptable. I worry we're going to struggle to find little huts controlled by goblins. Many Vidingangers, some armored Vidingangers. It's tempting to kill them now, but I'm going to leave that there, so when I get paid to do a patrol, I can get essentially free heads. This is really bad. We are struggling to actually find little goblin houses. I mean, there's two here, but they have zombies and orcs in. I think once we have 2 days left of supplies, we'll have to head back. Yeah, so we're finding lots of orcs, but no goblins. David, what's up? Well played last night. That Paragon was really fun, or at least the last game was. Such a great finish at the end there. I think that really shows what the game can be like. It all goes well. 3 more days of supplies. Ugh, disgusting swamp. Greenskin footprints. Whoa! Okay, so I think Goblin City or Goblin Central is going to be more to the south. This is obviously the Orc territory here. Some young, 4 young and 2 berserkers. That's scary. Let's go back to Spear Wall. Okay, good. They don't want any part of us. So we just kill him. 2 berserkers and 4 young. No. How are we doing? 3 days left. 3 days left. I mean, this was mostly an expensive waste of time, but not entirely. We did get some good scouting done, and as soon as we can get a patrol mission, we'll come hoover up 1, 2, and 3. Like, that should sort a patrol for us. It's probably like 25 heads in total there for us to claim comparatively easily. Like, the thing is, like, this could have goblins in it, but that'll be probably like 10. I'm hoping to find the little huts, because then you can find like half a dozen maybe in there. Fighting a dozen goblins is going to be a nightmare. I don't want to do it. Come across a dead dog on a hillside. Its tongue hangs out. Its eyes almost ready to pop from the skull. A number of darts are sticking out of its fur. Dingus plucks one, looks at the tallowed tips of metal. Goblin poison. Scared dog makes for good target practice, I suppose. Be on your guard. Oh no. Goblin riders, 7 of them. Wolf riders. Let's try and avoid them. Let's head straight south and then go down to Walheim. We're running out of supplies and money. Oh my word. We can probably survive against 6 wolf riders, but it's not going to be fun. Watch these 2 groups group together and fight us. Leave me alone. Okay, it looks like they're going to leave us alone. What a horrible part of the map this is. All the swamp. Disgusting. Finally, that's what I've been looking for. It's going to be a hard one. Let's make sure we have the correct weapons out. I think swords are the way to go against goblins. The boar spears... Actually, boar spears are nice. They're going to be really hard to hit. Although, the mace specialists can use their maces. That seems like a waste to not use that guaranteed stun. Don't like those pikes. Let's hope we can keep him stun locked. I'm actually going to wait, because as soon as Zolorio goes in, it's 40% chance to hit. I'm pretty sure that will be increased once Zolorio's in contact as well. Maybe even Biggest Diggers can run up. No, there's a tree there. I can't get to that position. And if bloody fishing nets. I gotta kill him before they use rotation to get him out of there. Nice! Good hit, Vitalis. Ha ha! Goblin scum. Get wrecked. See how they use quick hands, the little fuckers. Good hit. Selene. Oh. Damn it. Nasty little fucker. Okay, boys, cut him off. Damn it. Is he gonna kill Lucius Varenus? Wouldn't surprise me. God. They have quick hands, they have footwork, they have dodge. Oh, these things are a nightmare to deal with. So 10 points of damage. I can let that heal naturally, I think. I don't need to use first aid. It's damn near impossible to hit them with ranged weapons. Yes, stingers. Run them down. Oh, that's pleasing. That brings joy to my heart. Nice, we got some salt out of that as well. Fishing net is good too. The pike I might end up using, but the fishing net is really nice, so Vitalis the replacement. Let's go for fast. No, we'll go for gifted and then fast adaption. Who's going to use the throwing net? Probably Vitalis. 66 and 67. They're not bad. Look at this. They're better than some of the guys up front. They're already better than Biggest Dickus. But then as a replacement, I suppose he has to go gifted and then Steel Brow. I shouldn't have him on the front line until he has Steel Brow. So both of these two. Specialists, these replacement specialists. When they hit level 4, they can go on the front line. The only green skin weapons I'll use are like I'll use a sword if I have someone up front who's really struggling for fatigue. Other than that, it doesn't really seem worth it. I would like a function here where I can do a setup and then save it as a specific setup. And then after the battle like this, I can just load up my, you know, my, for example, so this is my raider setup, anti-raider, marksman and raider, because that's the most common enemy I'm going to be fighting. Cool, 1 down, 3 to go. But I don't think there's enough time. We've got to get straight back to Walheim and start working again. We've got to earn money again until we've got another week's worth of expeditionary time and go out here. I think down here is where we'll find the goblins. Maybe it's worth searching around here as well. What you got for us? Ancient ruins. The problem is I don't know exactly what I'm going to be fighting, and as we saw, we could easily have lost someone against 6. Because it's destroying ruins, I'll decline it, because it's going to be most likely it'll be like 12 goblins, which is way beyond what we can do right now. Hopefully at some point we'll be in a bit of a stronger position. I'm thinking if I have heater shields and everyone up front, some stronger armor. Is everything repaired, by the way? I think it is. Or at least it will be. Ooh, that's actually pretty damn cheap for cheese. Come on, give us a friggin' patrol. Although, actually, I don't have the money to do a patrol. Oh, for God. Green skins, kill more. 20 head, return of the... Destroy black ball lair. It looks like we don't have a choice. It's going to be so hard. But I think we just got to bite the bullet and hope we can get through it. Also because... if they're going to keep giving us destroy goblin encampment missions, then that's at least going to help us with our ambition as well. Although this could be orcs. Yeah, that looks like orcs. Okay. So 30 per head plus 520. That's actually pretty good. Anyway, it's been 3 hours, so let's stop it here. Now I'm going to break for dinner. Thanks for watching, everyone. It is... 5 p.m. I think I'll be back at like 7 or 8 for some more They Are Billions, and then probably some Counter-Strike Go or some Paragon after that. Cool. See you lads in a bit.